Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Chris Middleton.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And now Washington's starting group. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Brogdon in at shooting guard. And for Dallas, we've got Derek Lively. Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And there's Davis. And it's Washington in at the 3. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Now, here's Washington. Here's Irving. Good work defensively by Smart. Pass to Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Washington. Now here's Middleton. Gets a very good look and converts.
Rhythm and timing so important in the game of hoops. Middleton using both on that pull-up jumper.
Irving against Smart. Now here's Irving. Defense is right there. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Smart.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Shots good by Middleton.
That was really a platinum level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Smart against Irving. Misses in close.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Koulibaly. Middleton up top. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Now, here's Washington. He's defended by Koulibaly. They swipe it for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Irving, good.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. 5th, the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw tonight. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow. An impressive athlete. I like seeing Thompson take it inside and drop the hammer.
Now Middleton. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Olynyk, a screen on Washington. Here's Middleton. It's rebounded by Dallas. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Thompson passes to Lively. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Middleton, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I think Middleton wants to send a message with his dunks. I mean, when he's sprinting to the hole like that, you need to just get out of the way.
Outside, Davis. Thompson looking for an opening. No good on the triple. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to Boston.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
For Washington, they have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier. That's good from Koulibaly. Both shots good from the stripe. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Now, here's Irving. Last game, 26 points. Just 3 to shoot. Over Smart. Irving can't hit.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Olynyk and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Now, here's Washington. Still scoreless. Drives to the hoop. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Olynyk.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
First free throw is good. Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Thompson following the bucket by the Wizards. A 3-ball. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Middleton to the middle. Here's Davis. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, I tell you what, Davis is at his best around the basket, but the mid-range shot is a big part of his game, too.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Malcolm Brogdon. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 7. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Nice shot by Smart.
And Smart doesn't go to the mid-range often, but he's an opportunistic scorer. He'll take any good look you give him.
And here is Washington. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And it's Irving missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here's Brogdon. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Middleton can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving, good.
Just 2 for 8 here in the early going. Maybe that bucket will help him build a little momentum and some confidence.
Brogdon the pass to Middleton. Brogdon with a screen for Middleton. And he drives in. Here's Olynyk. A rebound by Washington.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And Thompson kicks to Irving. Pass to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
Washington leading now by 5. Here's Koulibaly. He has 6. Middleton with it. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Middleton so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. No good on that one. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Martin comes in for P.J. Washington. Christie subbed in for Thompson. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Sars checked in for Olynyk. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Koulibaly. Corey Kispert's checked in for Chris Middleton. And McCollum subbed in for Smart. Now here's Davis trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Boston.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now here's Brogdon following the miss by Kyrie Irving. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll. I can guard the post. I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Pass to Song. Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Finding the lane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
First one falls for him.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardy's checked in, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Gill's checked in, and so McCollum nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 5. Now here's Hardy. For the screen on McCollum. Hardy passes to Gafford, and he makes that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Washington with the ball, following the score by Dallas. McCollum up top is guarded by Davis.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout third year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Dallas is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Hardy passes to Gafford. Dallas moving the ball around. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points last game. Brogdon outside. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Rebounded by Gafford.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's Christie. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Martin. Now here's Hardy. He's guarded by McCollum. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for Washington. Now Sarr to the inside. Here's Kispert. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Martin. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Inside. Outside for Davis. Pass to Hardy. Clock at 6. Over McCollum. And Dallas again with the bucket.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Washington trailing. McCollum passes to Brogdon. Gill with a screen on Christie. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Gill's got the game tied up here for Washington.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
For the screen on McCollum. Here's Hardy. Off target with his 3. It's a tie game in Dallas. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Kyrie Irving, also Christie out there. Martin is out there with Daniel Gafford, and it's Marshall in at the 4. Now here's Middleton. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Phoenix. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And he knocks down the first one.
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
Middleton hits them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Christie. No scoring in this one. Irving passes to Gafford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Alex Song. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Wizards.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Gafford cans them both. McCollum with the ball. Middleton outside. Crafty move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice bit of trickery there from Chris Middleton. He knows exactly how to effectively use that shot fake.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Both good from the line that time.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Now here's Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Now Irving. 5 points in the game. Pass to Marshall. Here's Gafford. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Gafford's got his third basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Carrington. Defended by Christie. To the paint. Here's McCollum. Over Marshall. Got a piece of it. From the baseline. Christie can't make it. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Kispert. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping dimes.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Kispert.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now here's Irving, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. From downtown, hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 8 points.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And a good time here to go over our 2K leaderboard and see which point guards have had the hottest hand at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, Kyrie Irving.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
For three, Middleton. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 3. To the wing right side. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Gafford misses. Washington has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's McCollum off the drive.
And looking at some numbers for Martin, his last 10 games, he's putting up about 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And he can't get the first one. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Christie. He doesn't get the second one.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Now McCollum after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. And another miss by Washington.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Daniel Gafford.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Here's Smart. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Now here's Middleton. Pass to Kispert. 4 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Mavericks trail it. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. back there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
That one drops. He ties it up. Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now here's Smart. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Irving against Smart. And here is Irving. 12 points for him. Down low. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Lively, fighting off the contact well. Tell you, he's lean, but that was grown man strength that time.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
Hey, but there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And Davis can't get it to go. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. It's good. And now a 3-point Wizards lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Irving after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Pass to Washington. Here he goes. And then Washington with the dunk.
Boy, fluid, agile penetrator. For a guy his size, he's nimble-footed. And Washington does a good job around the rim.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. Now Olynyk. Olynyk, a screen on Washington. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Knocked away. Brogdon with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Koulibaly. Here's Olynyk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
And that one falls for Olynyk. Christie, he's checked in for Dallas. And a change for the Wizards. Kispert's checked in. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Here's Christie, still without a basket. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Wizards making a change here. Pass to Lively. Here is Davis. Here's Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Lively. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Lively. Out to Thompson. Tries it again. And it's Lively getting it to go. Lively's got 5 points now this quarter.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's Carrington. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Kispert. 6 to shoot. Olynyk the pass to Brogdon. Olynyk a screen on Christie. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Brogdon's got 7 points.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Christie. Nothing on the board. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Now, here's Washington. Defense right on him. Pass to Thompson. Lets it fly from 18. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
Now, here's Brogdon. He has 7. Here we go, one-on-one. Washington with it. Guarded now by Kispert. Pass to Lively. Washington kicks to Davis. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And here is Brogdon after the 3-pointer from Klay Thompson. Here's Koulibaly. There's the pick. The Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got 8 rebounds in this game. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
A legendary shooter, Thompson is also a versatile defender who plays with great energy on both sides of the ball.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardy's checked in. And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. Malcolm Brogdon, 3rd.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Wizards trail by 3. 1:44 left in the first half. Pass to Kispert. And good, coming on the assist by Brogdon. Kispert's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Hardy. He's guarded by Brogdon, and that one's good. Hardy.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
.115 left to play here in the second quarter. Brogdon outside. Pass to Kispert. There's the three. And the Wizards hit again from deep. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Olynyk against Lively. And here's Hardy. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Koulibaly's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kispert finds Koulibaly. For 3, Olynyk. The Mavericks pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Washington. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Washington's gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Brogdon against Washington. 4 seconds left. The shot, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Wizards. They're up by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking and get the ball in the paint.
Use that length for your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with. Brogdon out there with Smart. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Koulibaly in at the four-man position. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Versatility in an offensive player always appealing to me. And Chris Middleton is one of those guys who's got great versatility.
Dallas shooting not great, 40% for the game. Irving passes to Washington. Rebounded by the Wizards. Middleton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And Middleton just does a little bit of everything out there. A perfect team player.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Irving passes to Washington. From outside the arc. Rebound by Olynyk.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Middleton dishes to Olynyk. Smart passes to Middleton. Smart puts the pick in for Middleton. Up and in on the layup. Olynyk's got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 8. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
Washington with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Middleton against Washington. Olynyk has the open look. Off target from outside. Mavericks trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Thompson kicks to Washington. And he gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
Well, you can see the focus Washington has right there. The defense right on top of him. He doesn't let that bother that jump shot of his.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Middleton outside. Smart with this screen on Washington. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Middleton. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. From deep Washington. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Now, here's Brogdon. 7 points in the game. Tries it from the top of the key. Middleton can't get it to go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. And it's tied up with that one.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close.
McCollum's checked in for Marcus Smart. Now, here's Washington. 10 points for him. Lively a screen on Middleton. Washington passes to Lively. Davis dishes to Irving. 4 on the clock. For the lead, it's deflected. McCollum against Lively. And Davis sends it back.
His great length really helps AD defensively.
Thompson inside the line, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Thompson's got 10 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Chris Middleton. Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Coulibaly's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. McCollum and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Driving in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Here's Washington. He's got 10. It's Irving, top of the key. The 3. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Pass to Olynyk. Brogdon outside. The Wizards working the ball around now. Coulibaly, no good. Here's Dallas. They've got a 13-2 run going. Thompson against Brogdon. Here's Irving. Back to Thompson from downtown. Washington with the rebound. Coulibaly's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McCollum kicks to Brogdon. Here's Middleton. Hits the outside fadeaway. Middleton's got 18 points.
And, you know, with Middleton, once he gets himself going, he's really hard to slow down because he's got really good size, a great stroke, and has become more skilled not only as a shooter but a ball handler.
Now, here's Thompson. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Knocked loose. Stolen by Washington. Irving misses. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to McCollum. Brogdon outside. And stolen by Thompson. Here's the floater. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Davis has got his 2nd basket of the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Martin's checked in for P.J. Washington. And a change for the Wizards. Kispert's checked in for Coulibaly. So it's the Wizards now. They trail by 3.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
Outside, Martin. Over Kispert. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Brogdon the pass to Olynyk. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Middleton looking it over. Brogdon with it. He has 7. 3 on the clock. Into the lane. And Davis sends it back.
a two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Thompson finds Irving. Outside for Martin. Pass to Thompson. Irving with the ball. He's guarded by Brogdon. Irving can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now Olynyk following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Davis with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Irving. 16 points for him. Over Kispert. No good from Irving. Brogdon with it. Picked up by Thompson. Brogdon the pass to Kispert.
14th in points allowed. And as far as fewest turnovers per game goes, not doing well. They're in the bottom third of the league. I don't know if it's just not being disciplined, but right now it's not getting done.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. Christie subbed in for Irving. The Wizards also changing it up. Sars checked in for Olynyk, and Georgia subbed in for Chris Middleton. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Count that one.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Now McCollum, he's got 5. George with the screen on Christie. And here's McCollum for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Martin on the wing. Uncovered. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
Wizards trail by 4. And here is Brogdon. 7 points in the game. Outside for George. McCollum outside. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 8 points.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Christie the pass to Thompson. Here's Christie. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. For Dallas, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Song. Now here's Brogdon. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Gafford tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. No good on the free throw. Hardy, he's checked in for Dallas. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Brogdon. Rebounded by Gafford.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Pass to Christie. To the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's McCollum following the score by Dallas. Nobody near George. And again, Washington, no good. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Hardy. Pass to Gafford. Stolen by Kispert. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. And the dunk by Kispert.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
What's up?
Here's Hardy. He's got 7. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Christie. And here is Gafford. And let's quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. Alex Sarr is second.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Well, he's been slapping shots out of there all last month. I mean, he's building a reputation as a guy you don't want to challenge inside. His arrow is definitely pointing north.
That free throw missing.
You know, their lead could be larger right now, but their efficiency from the line has tailed off just a bit.
Good on the second free throw. Wizards trail by 3. Brogdon looking around. Pass to Sarr. Shoots over Hardy. And it goes down 2 points. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Martin, the pass to Christie. Outside, Martin to the paint. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. To the inside for the lead. Can't capitalize inside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 1. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Irving is out there with Christie. Then it's Martin. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in at the 4. Now here's Middleton. Over Martin. Middleton can't get it to go. The Mavericks leading. Inside, here's Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. Pass to Song. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Christie. Down low. Here's Gafford. Rebound by the Wizards. Now here's Middleton. To the left wing. Here's Carrington. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Martin's in the post. Defended by Kispert. Offensive rebound. Pass to Christie. Marshall with it. Over Middleton. Marshall passes to Christie. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Wizards lead by 1.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Irving passes to Martin. Now here's Gafford. He's guarded closely. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. Irving against McCollum. Pass to Kispert. Now Sarr. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Wizards. Martin kicks to Irving. Back to Martin. Lets it go with the 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Smart with the ball. Right wing. Now Kispert. Lock at 6. Carrington, that's good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Marshall. Martin with the screen for Marshall. Pass to Gafford. Here's Irving. It's deflected. Middleton outside. Now Smart, covered by Irving. Here's Kispert from the arc. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Thompson for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Smart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, Middleton with it. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 4-point Washington lead.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Irving passes to Martin. Back to Irving. To the paint. And finished off by Martin.
Hey, when Irving is creating for others, he's even more difficult to slow down.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Kispert. And the rejection by Gafford. Over to the wing. The 3, Marshall. And Sarr pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Smart against Irving. Smart deciding where to go with it. For 3, Kispert. And it's Irving with the rebound. Irving's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
No doubt this is Thompson's most lethal weapon, one of the greatest three-point shooters in the history of this game.
Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. They set the screen. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Kispert. The Wizards with another miss. That's tipped and stolen by Sarr. And the rejection by Gafford. And it's Carrington missing. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 1-point game.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Now here's Middleton. Pass to Kispert. Driving inside. Here's Sarr. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Sarr's got 4 points in the quarter. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. And it's P.J. Washington in for Martin. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Washington with the ball, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Back to Smart. Shoots over Lively. The Mavericks pull it in. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Middleton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Middleton's got 11 points here in just the second half. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Washington.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot total, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
The Wizards with the lead. Brogdon outside. Olynyk a screen on Thompson. Looking to get it going. And the layup by Brogdon.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Washington. To the right side. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And on the way from Irving for 3. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Washington. Wants to get it to Lively and does. Moving against Smart. Smart with the steal. Middleton outside. And here's Smart. He's covered by Thompson. Brogdon outside. And here's Middleton. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lively sends a screen for Washington. Dallas again turning it over. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Wizards leading by 5. It's Brogdon on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 5 assists in the game.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Olynyk. The first one falls.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Teammates, they needed all of them.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Washington. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Middleton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, sometimes all you can do is knock Middleton around, be physical with him, and hope the shot doesn't go in. I mean, he's got a long, expansive reach and a nice soft touch inside, and that presents problems for the defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Middleton hits them both. Mavericks trail by 8. And here is Irving. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Stolen by Lively. Fast break Dallas. Here's Washington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Middleton.
A dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Irving. Good D by Brogdon. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to Koulibaly. Now here's Middleton. He's covered by Washington. Middleton against Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound. Middleton finds Olynyk. Thompson against Smart. Here's Olynyk. And Lively pulls it down. Dallas shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%. Not playing with as much energy here lately. First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. And he makes both free throws. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. Olynyk against Lively. It's tipped. Smart kicks to Olynyk. From past the arc.
Davis has tremendous versatility and length, and he uses both to annoy and bother shooters.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, the miss by the Mavericks, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
And the Mavericks call time here. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And here's Washington outside. Rebound by the Wizards. And so it's the Wizards with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Chris Middleton.